You see, gravel and sand falling are the most natural things happening in Minecraft, but that was a mistake. Originally, they were supposed to stay floating like any other block, but Mojang decided to roll with it and add particles to it. When you get to deep levels of underground, stone gets replaced by deep slate, but it is very much unlike stone. Deep slate is more like wood logs. How do we mean that? Well, while placing deep slate blocks, you'll see that it actually has orientation and different textures on sides than top or bottom. Redstone seems to be a very reactive material. However, there is one exception: deep slate redstone ore. No matter how much you jump on it, it will never light up. Exploring deep underwater caves is a quick way to acquire loads of materials like iron, copper, and even diamonds without having to worry about creepers sneaking up on you. And if you don't have a respiration enchantment, don't worry. All you need is an empty bucket and fast fingers to spam click it at the side of the wall in order to replenish your health. Growing tall grass is super easy, just use bone meal on it. Best part about it is you will not have to worry about spreading grass anywhere else. Don't know why you'd need this tip, but you're welcome nevertheless. If you want to keep monsters at bay, light is your best friend, but what do you do if you don't want the light sources to be visible? It's quite simple actually. Use glowstone and cover it up with moss carpet. It will actually allow light to pass through and will not ruin the aesthetic of your cave. How do developers come up with in-game sounds? Well, for that answer you'll have to ask them, but what we can tell you is that the voice actor for a ghast is a cat. How about that? And when it comes to Enderman, that is just some random human reversed and distorted to give it a creepy vibe. Sheep will mix the colors for you. Don't believe me? Color one sheep yellow and another one red and give them a reason to mate. What do you get when you mix red and yellow? If you guess green, you're wrong and need to go back to school, because it's orange. These days, you can't get a black dye without an ink sac from a squid. And in order to get that, you needed to unalive a few of them. But actually, back in the old days of Minecraft, you could milk a squid. Nowadays, an elytra is like a cheat code. If you got yourself some rockets, you can fly to wherever you want, and all you need to fuel your flight is some black powder and paper. Well, back in the day, elytra was seriously nerfed. It was basically just a glider. How many buried treasures did you dig up in your gaming career? Well, however many it is, I bet you didn't know this one thing. All of the buried chests face one direction, and that's east. If you've ever tried placing cactus next to another block or vice versa, you'll know that it is impossible. Or is it? Enter Powdered Snow, a relatively new block to the game. With its ability to suck you in, it's no wonder it can be placed right up against the cactus with its pointy needle-like thorns. We've all heard about snifflers by now. But do you know what the babies are called? If you guessed snifflings, you're wrong. It's actually snifflets, like piglets, just more sniffling. Mixing water with lava creates obsidian, and mixing lava with water makes cobblestone. However, there is a way to keep lava, well, lava underwater, and the way to do that is by using a cauldron. I wonder what will happen if you stand in it. This trick will help you save huge amounts of time if you like to make things in creative mode. Let's say you have a long text you write on a sign and you need to copy it. Do you write the same thing over and over and over again like a peasant? No need for that, my friend. Simply hold Ctrl and middle click on the written sign and the text will copy itself on the sign you get in your inventory. If you know how this one works or the reasoning behind it, let me know in the comments below. If lightning strikes a turtle, what do you get? A bowl. Just a freaking bowl. Okay, hear me out on this one. Redstone dust is actually never connected. If you take a very close look, you'll see that the redstone dust is actually 1 pixel apart. And to me, it doesn't really make sense how it can still be lit and stuff. Did we say Minecraft physics don't make sense? A nether star may be able to survive TNT blast annihilation, but it isn't indestructible. Lava can still melt it down, an anvil can crush it, and a cactus, well, it can erase it from existing even if it touches a nether star. If you place an animal on a TNT, what will happen? Well, nothing. You have to light it up first and then watch as nothing gets destroyed. Be careful though, it can still damage you. Are those roses? No, it's a redstone covered in vines. It really does look like roses though, doesn't it? Did you know that the lectern was actually supposed to be added to Minecraft way back in 2012? That's right, however, it would appear that its mechanics are not that simple and they just couldn't get rid of the bugs at the time, so we had to wait for 6 years. You better appreciate it. Your entire sugarcane farm will be at maximum height of 3 blocks. However, did you know that naturally spawned sugarcane can actually grow up to 4 blocks? That's right, looks like nature is still superior to homegrown stuff in some ways. Before the release of the Caves and Cliffs update, Deep Slate had a different name. Can you guess what it was? Well, I'll help you out. The developers chose to call it Grimstone. Which name do you prefer? Compared to old dirt, stone, wood and grass, what are some of the nature's rarest blocks? We told you about a double tall fern, but that's an item. And a close second place take the pumpkins. And even closer yet, melons. Pretty wild, right? Like and subscribe to the channel and take a look at 20 tips to speedrun Minecraft. I'm sure you want to be a speedy boy or girl.